Good evening, esteemed television watchers. Nakhchivan news program in English is on air. Our land Nakhchivan has a great tourism potential, and this potential is used efficiently. In this regard, a number of significant efforts are made to use Nakhchivan's winter tourism opportunities as well. Signation of the decree on the establishment of Aghbulak Tourism and Recreation Area by the Chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and the implementation of the above-mentioned decree are the important parts of these events. Firstly, official news to your minds.
On December 5th, the presentation of Aghbulak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area was held. The Chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vasif Talibov, congratulated the participants and residents on the presentation occasion of Aghbulak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area. The Chairman of Supreme Majlis expressed his assurance and full confidence that they would effectively use the tourism potential of the village. Then his instructions to the relevant organizations on this issue was given, and he thanked those who contributed to the establishment of Aghbulak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area. Hijran Rustamov, the head of the State Committee for Town Building and Architecture of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, spoke on the complex construction works in Aghbulak village, and afterwards Vidadi Mehmed of the Aghbulak village resident expressed his gratitude on behalf of the village residents for the created conditions. Mir Hassan Tahir of the village intellectual once more stressed out that the residents would effectively use the created conditions and preserve the buildings and contribute to the development of tourism in the village. Mais Aliyev, the Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Muslim Jabbarzadeh, the Chairman of the State Committee of Real Estate and Land Issues, Akbar Navruz of the Director of Tourism Department, Rafael Babayev, the head of Shahbuz Region Executive Power, and the Prime Minister of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Alefsat Bakhshiev, gave thorough information on the done works for the creation of Aghbulak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area. Thereupon, the Supreme Majlis Chairman watched the map of the touristic route of Nakhchivan Aghbulak Rural Tourism Recreation Area. It was noted that the tourist route will provide a comfortable stay of tourists to Aghbulak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area. Watching the done works, the Supreme Majlis Chairman was informed that 65 houses and subsidiary buildings were rebuilt in the village. Local rafts were laid in the yards, new fences, metal and wooden windows were installed. Village roads were laid with sand and gravel layers, water passes were laid, new roads were constructed, and the energy power supply system was renewed. Ineffective farm buildings were renewed, and 32 new farm buildings were built in the designated area. On December 5, the Chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vasif Talibov, watched the construction works at Aghbulak Skiing Center. Javier Goya, the engineer of Amende Company of France, informed the Supreme Majlis Chairman on the done works within the framework of the project, and it was noted that Aghbulak village is an ideal place for the development of mountain skiing tourism. Creation of ski centers started in July 2018, and already 80% of construction works was completed. Groundworks were carried out on the 1,590-meter-long ski slopes and training ground. At present, the drilling of water and air lines for wing supports, artificial lake with the capacity of 20,000 cubic meters, garage building, artificial snow installation facilities are underway. A technical building will be built in the area. Sale and lease of ski equipments will also be realized at the center. Then the Chairman of Supreme Majlis gave instructions on the quality of construction works and observance of safety rules respectively.
One of the memorable events took place last week was the celebration of December 3rd in a National Disabled Day. People of this category are always in the focus of the state care in the Autonomous Republic. On December 3rd, in all regions of the Autonomous Republic, people with limited physical abilities were met and they were given gifts. This and more in our social economic news blog. Let's watch. Caspian Energy, a national media group supported by the influential Caspian European Club, prepared annual investment rating of Azerbaijan's economic regions for 2018. Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic became leader among the regions, collecting the highest total point. On this occasion, the mentioned organization sent a letter to the Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. Nakhchivan Information Agency placed the very letter on its website.
On December 7, Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Teachers' Conference was held. Participants of the conference visited the monument to our national leader Heydar Aliyev and laid flowers at the monument. Afterwards, exhibits on the life, political and statehood activity of the great personality were watched in Heydar Aliyev Museum. At the conference held in Nakhchivan State, Ramasieta, the chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Mr. Vasif Talibov's congratulatory letter was conveyed to the conference participants. Minister of Education of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Rahman Mehmedov spoke on the care for education in the Autonomous Republic and expressed his deep gratitude to the chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic on behalf of all academic staff of the Autonomous Republic for the attention and care shown to the education and teachers, and the congratulatory letter as well. Elbrus Isayev, director of Nakhchivan Teachers Institute, Sona Mehmedova, the director of Nakhchivan Medical College, Aida Allahverdieva, the director of Nakhchivan Girls College and teacher of Nakhchivan City Comprehensive Secondary School No. 2, Ilvana Mehmedli, made speeches expressing their gratitude on behalf of all teachers of the Autonomous Republic. The event conducted read fragments from the works of prominent pedagogists and informed the participants of the conference on the wise ideas about education. At the end of the conference, a documentary film entitled The People's Teacher, dedicated to the prominent pedagogist, founder of the first secular school in Nakhchivan, Mehmet Taghi Sidgi, was watched. Organized by the Minister of Labor and Social Protection of Population of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic on the occasion of December 13, National Disabled Day, a number of events were held in the city of Nakhchivan and also regional centers with the participation of disabled people. In the events, totally 1,000 people of this category were presented with gifts. Scientific Practical Conference on We Are One Family was held in Nakhchivan Teachers Institute on a National Disabled Day. At the conference, speeches on integration of the disabled people into society is the important condition for their psychological health, state care for people with disabilities in Azerbaijan were delivered. Literary and artistic compositions and video material were demonstrated, and afterwards the exhibition of handicrafts made by disabled people was also watched.
On December 6, 44 disabled people from Baku and Sumgait came to Nakhchivan for sanatorium resort treatment. During 10 days, the very people will get treatment at Duzdaq Physiotherapy Center, Diagnostic Treatment Center, Garadagh Arsenal Water Treatment Facility, and get acquainted with the created conditions. New Azerbaijan Party Sharu Region Organization held an event dedicated to the memory of the great leader Heydar Aliyev in Kosajan village. At the event reported by the chairman of the organization, and speeches on the report were listened.
New website of Nakhchivan Salt Museum was created. The site put into use last week consists of 7 sections and 3 subsections. On the main page of the site, sections called Nakhchivan Salt Museum, Events and Nakhchivan Salt in Historical Sources, and Virtual Library, Gallery, Videos and Contact with Us sections are placed.
The new website of Qarabağlar Tomb Complex was put into use. The site consists of 7 sections and 4 subsections. The main page of the tomb includes sections such as Qarabağlar Tomb Complex, electronic library, virtual travel, gallery, videos, and contact with us. Visitors from all over the world are able to watch or travel to the museums through the virtual travel section placed in English version. Local public authorities of the State Social Protection Fund of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic continue holding enlightenment events. The next event themed "Every citizen should get a social insurance certificate for his future security" was held in Aylis village of Ordubad region. Measures on reproductive health and family values continue. The next event was held in the Udenjo village of Sharur region. The event participants' questions were answered in detail, and afterwards educational leaflets were distributed to them. The event of the Writers' Union of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic was held with the participation of Sharur region elderly, intellectuals, and youth. Poets and writers spoke on the state care to Nakhchivan literary environment and the measures taken in this field. Sayarapun presented their poems and stories to the event participants. Enlightenment event on social insurance certificate is a document confirming that the insured one is registered in the bodies of the State Social Protection Fund was held in Gazanchu village of Julfa region. The questions of the insured ones were answered in detail, and 12 newly insured people were presented social insurance certificates. An event themed "You Are Always With Us" dedicated to the memory of the national leader Haydar Aliyev was held at the Art Faculty of Nakhchivan State University. Speeches on foreign students' education in Nakhchivan State University, national leader Haydar Aliyev through eyes of foreign students were listened, and the event continued with the artistic composition of foreign students devoted to the national leader.
An open lesson themed "The Role of Personalities in History" was organized at Nakhchivan University. In the course of the open lesson participated by the comprehensive secondary school number 15 pupils, film genius personality was also demonstrated.
Nakhchivan Study Center of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic hosted an open lesson devoted to the great scientist Nematullah Nakhchivani. Nakhchivan Teachers Institute students participated in the open lesson.
A seminar meeting on the application of new technologies in the field of high-quality yielding of agricultural crops and the importance of using land maps was held in Kengerli region. Experts' speeches on the efficient usage of the lands and effect of mineral and organic fertilizers to the agricultural plants were listened, and afterwards landowners' questions were answered thoroughly. Construction of a new closed irrigation network in Kengerli region will enable greenhouses and fruit trees with sustainable irrigation water. Nearly 2 hectares of new fruit trees were planted near the closed irrigation network, benefiting its advantages. On December 5th, the chairman of Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic gave instructions to the relevant organizations at the presentation of Aghlak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area. Employees of the State Committee on Real Estate and Land Issues were in the village to ensure the implementation of the tasks. An enlightenment event was held in Aghlak village on the importance of the creation of Aghlak Rural Tourism and Recreation Area and also environmental protection. At the event, landscaping works carried out in Akbulag village was also mentioned. It was noted that the fresh air of the village, pure water, greenery cover increased the availability of this place as a touristic destination, and the villagers should also be careful about protecting this flora and fauna. In Akbulag village of Shahbuz region, for the purpose of helping natural rehabilitation, 150 kilograms of local trees and seeds of bush plants planted. About 400 seedlings were planted along the village road for the same purpose. A new lemon supermarket was launched in Ilgar Alekbarov Street in the city of Nakhchivan. The supermarket consists of 2 floors. On the ground floor, the sale of mineral waters, drinks, fruit and vegetables, meat, bread and other products is provided, while on the first floor, sweets, perfumery, school supplies, cleaning products and other things are sold. Totally 14 people were employed in the varied trading network.
Youth Center in the city of Nakhchivan hosted an integration and intellectual game entitled Integration among the students of higher and secondary educational institutions. Nakhchivan State University History team won the first place, while Nakhchivan Medical College Chemistry team the second place, and Nakhchivan University Literature team occupied the third places. The winners were awarded with diplomas and prizes by the Youth Foundation of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. An event titled The Organization of Joint Events by the Law Enforcement Agencies and Educational Institutions in Raising National Patriotic Feelings of Teenagers and Youth was held at the Comprehensive Secondary School No. 2 in Sher region, and also a number of new biometric ID cards were presented to students at the very event.
A new book was published in Nakhchivan about the life and creativity of Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy, who is regarded as a genius figure among Russian classics. The book, entitled Fire of Vice by researcher Reyhan Mirzazadeh, was published in Ajami Publishing and Polygraphy Union.
Activities of the Shooting Federation of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic were discussed. Our athletes returned from the country championship successfully. Winners of creative competitions of drama circles were announced, and a number of events were held on the prominent poet Mikhail Mushfik's 110th jubilee, and the great playwright Hüseyin Javid's memory was commemorated. Now the latest culture and sport news. On the occasion of the memory of the great poet-playwright Hüseyin Javid, an event was held at the Poets' Home Museum located in Nakhchivan. The participants visited Hüseyin Javid's tomb and laid flowers at the monument. Literary heritage of the prominent poet, playwright, philosopher Hüseyin Javid and his ideas were mentioned at the event. Thereupon the poet's poems were recited.
Nakhchivan city hosted an event on the occasion of the prominent poet Mikhail Mushfik's 110th anniversary. Guests visited the monument erected to the national leader, the protector of our literature and art, Heydar Aliyev, in the center of Nakhchivan city, and laid flowers at the monument. Thereupon Heydar Aliyev Museum was watched. Following this, prominent playwright Hüseyin Javid's home museum was visited. At the ongoing event in front of Hüseyin Javid's tomb, the poet's creativity was mentioned. Poems were recited, artistic and literary compositions were demonstrated. At the end, a concert program was also organized.
The winners of the performance of drama collectives held for the first time in the Autonomous Republic were awarded. The winner of the competition under the motto Nakhchivan, the capital of Islamic culture 2018 was Julfa region. Haçadağ Drama Collective, Sabina and Gençlik Drama Collectives of Babek region occupied second and third places respectively. The winners were awarded with diplomas. Nakhchivan State Children's Theatre performed the performance based on the allegory of the great writer and playwright Jalil Mehmetqulzadeh's tea setting of the awarding. youth excursion to Heydar Aliyev Museum was organized. In the course of the excursion, they watched the photographs of the great leader taken during meeting with the youth, others signed about the youth, as well as the exhibits reflecting his education years, leadership and personal belongings with grew interest.
Nakhchivan kickboxers visited Qarabağlar Tomb complex.
Taxi drivers' excursions to the touristic and historical places as well as museums of the Autonomous Republic is underway. This time Khan Palace was visited. Concert program entitled Rhythmic Mugham Compositions was held by the teachers and pupils of Mugham Singer speciality of Jahravili Children's Music School. The concert program held at the Youth Center in Nakhchivan was dedicated to Nakhchivan's being the capital of Islamic culture in 2018.
A meeting on the activity of Nakhchivan Shooting Federation was held in the meeting hall of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Stadium. Employees of the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and members of the federation attended the meeting. Can Mehmed, the member of the federation, was charged with the activity of the Shooting Federation of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic.
The Autonomous Republic chess competition among school children started. More than 100 participants took part in the tournament held in Nakhchivan Chess Center. According to the results, chess players to take the first place among boys and girls 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15 years old will be eligible for the Azerbaijani Championship.
Police employees of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Ministry of Internal Affairs returned with successful results from the country's freestyle wrestling championship. The Nakhchivan team, represented by a team of 7 sportsmen, won 5 medals. Futsal championship on Customs Cup held among customs bodies of the Autonomous Republic was over. In the traditional tournament attended by 7 teams competing, Shahdagh, the customs office team, became the winner. The team was awarded with trophies, diplomas and medals along with the challenge prize.
Yallis, which reflect the lifestyle and artistic thinking of our people, are considered to be the symbol of unity. The history of Yalli dates back to the ancient times. Yallis, combining ancient elements of our national dances, reflect the lifestyle of our people. The activities of folklore collectives as well as dance ensembles in the Autonomous Republic once again proved that our people preserve their own national values by all means. Grounded on the decision adopted at the 13th session of the UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee for the Protection of the Intangible Cultural Heritage held in Mauritius Republic, Yalli, the traditional group dances of Nakhchivan, was included in the UNESCO's Enhanced Protection List. This is the next success of our country in the promoting national traditions and holidays of Azerbaijan in the world. So our next video material is on this. Let's have a look.
Yallis, which reflect the lifestyle and artistic thinking of our people, are considered to be the symbols of unity. Yalli, dating back to the ancient times, even the formation of human society plays an exceptional role in our people's lives. According to the researchers, Yalli dance style was formed 18,000 years ago. It was of ceremonies celebrated by people gathered around the bonfire. In this sense, Yalli is the primary form of our national dance. Many historical sources, material and cultural samples discovered during archaeological excavations give important and detailed information about the deep roots of Yallis in Azerbaijan. Gobustani inscriptions, human pictures dancing hand in hand in Gamigaya, and also other various objects found during archaeological excavations. Scientific studies by historians and scholars prove that the history of Yali dates back to the 5th millennium before Christmas. Yali is a massive dance performed by a bunch of people in a line. In the course of the dance, a participant in the front leads the team. The very person is called Yallabasha, the head of Yali among the people. He controls the general course of the dance from beginning till the end, the regular movement of the participants, each foot movement by all participants, and also the proper start and end of the dance. Yalis are usually accompanied by a trio of musical instruments, including 2 zurnas and 1 drum. Wind and percussion instruments have ancient history in Azerbaijan as well. Yali elements reflected in stone chronicles in ancient settlements of Nakhchivan, especially in Gamigaya monument, confirm the ancient history of this people's dance in our homeland. Nakhchivan was known as the homeland of Yalis throughout the centuries. In this regard, Sharur is the most preferred region in Nakhchivan for its Yalis. Today, 21 dance groups under regional culture departments and Sharur People's Yali Ensemble operate in the Autonomous Republic. Yali collectives operating in Sharur, including Nurani Folklore Ensemble of the elderly people, are selected as well-known Yali performance, meanwhile inculcate this valuable sample of our folklore to the future generations. As a result, Sharur Gençleri Yali Ensemble successfully continues this way. Consistent measures were taken in the Autonomous Republic for the purpose of preserving our folklore samples and convey them to the future generations. Along with providing folklore collective activities, publication of the book Nakhchivan Sharur People's Yalis is a rich treasure which is of particular importance for the preservation and delivery of music and choreographic pearls to the future generations. Based on the order of the Supreme Majlis Chairman of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Nakhchivan branch of the National Academy of Sciences of Azerbaijan and the Ministry of Culture of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic conducted studies on Yali, and a number of measures were taken to preserve this dance at UNESCO level. The mentioned organizations also prepared thorough information on the activity of Sharur People's Yali Ensemble and Art of Yali in Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and presented to the relevant bases. Grounded on the decision adopted at the 13th session of the UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee for Protection of the Intangible Cultural Heritage held on November 26, December 1, 2018 in Port Louis, the capital of the Mauritius Republic, Yali, the traditional group dances of Nakhchivan, was included in the UNESCO's Enhanced Protection List.
That was all for today. To be informed of the latest events, keep following us. Hoping to be together next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.